Hello and welcome back to Creeper World 4. We're back at the Colony section once more. This time we're checking out a different genre, or custom genre, for the Creeper World 4 game. And that is the FPS genre. So of course, I have a couple FPS maps here. So originally this was made by qople. His first map isn't on here because I don't believe it has FPS in the title, but either way, qople sort of pioneered this FPS genre, and of course, Auri also made a very entertaining and interesting addition to it, where you also have a command now that auto builds. And of course, qople is accredited, and so is WithersChat. Either way, I will be going through auto build FPS, but I really recommend you to play. I would say these three are pretty good. I believe anti-up is the one where it introduces auto fire. So if you do FPS upgraded on qople's first map, that was FPS. You won't have the auto fire functionality, but hey, it's you know, those are prototype maps pretty much, or at least the initial maps of the genre. So they're work in progress, and as you can see, it's gotten pretty developed now. Either way, let's go through Autobuild FPS. An experimental variant based on the FPS mod by qople. There's been an accident, and one of the simpler AIs has control over the Rift Lab and construction. Enter first person mode and help clear the terrain. The AI will assist you in holding it, but it's not very flexible, so you have to work with it a bit. Additionally, I forgot to mention, there's also, I believe, a new hotkey introduced, which just switches you to FPS mode easily. And you can set those with custom 0 and custom 1, and we'll be prompted on that when we play this. Either way, let's start. Alright, press custom 1 to enter first person mode. You can leave to look around the level, but cannot control your character while doing so. Also, custom 0 turns off auto fire. Custom 01 can be bound in the controls section of the menu. Of course, I already have that set, I believe. It should be down here. So I have auto fire set to F, and I have free cam mode set to H. So if you want, you can use those. I believe they did not interfere with any other controls here, but they should be the most convenient hotkeys for this. Could be wrong, could be right. Either way, let's enter. Alright, so on first look, it is pretty upfront. So get that info cache. The info cache is going to be giving us upgrades throughout this. So as you can see, it has upgraded our cannon mortar to be roughly 25% more effective for each. Of course, we have this command mode that is helping us through building cannons and whatnot. Of course, we're not going to get that mine up just yet. We're going to get these cannons up first. Maybe we can get to that emitter. That's unfortunate for that solar panel, but I suppose we should help that out a little bit longer. Should probably get this one first. Get this one first because it's just simpler. And also, it's energy deficit more than likely, especially with that solar panel gone. Alright, so we got our cannon and we're upgraded once more. Initial time I played this, I just didn't see this info cache over here, so I didn't actually grab it until the very end of the map. So that's like some multiplied power pretty much gone throughout the entire map, because I just didn't see it at first. But either way, So as we can see, the command node is still progressing through making its own front lines. Of course, these are more than likely buildings that have been preset, which is why it's so stingy as to placement, because automatically placing units isn't really a thing as far as I'm aware. Maybe something for the future, but it's, well, it will be very difficult to get to that point. Either way, we're waiting for, let's just protect one of these cannons instead of alternating here. Wait for one of these cannons to be built. Of course, if we have Creeper next to us, we will have a visual sound cue played now. I believe it was introduced a while ago. Could be wrong. Alright. I'm not entirely sure on all the ramifications, but let's actually use a mortar instead here. Mortar, of course, you can switch weapons with 1, 2, and 3. 1 is cannon, 2 is mortar, and 3 is sprayer. Of course, we do have a mortar there, and we do have bombers now finished building, so those will be helping us now. First, let's get some anti-creeper on the cannon, so we don't have to worry too much about its perseverance. Either way, that info caster cannon's been upgraded again, and the sprayer has 3 times the amount of DPS, which is very nice. And of course, we can get that refinery built. While we move on to capping the first emitter, just make sure that everything's good to go. There we go. It's a little bit of a little bit of a delay there. It's fine. Of course, we have to find out where the nullifier is going to be placed. Alright, it's on that ledge. Let's just do a perimeter sweep. And that'll protect the whole front line here. So we don't have any weapons out here. Oh, there's a mortar there now, okay. A cannon on that ledge. I say there's probably a lot of raider terrain there. Let me just go over there and check it out. And there's that audio queue. So because we have our own custom objectives here as well. The nullifier died apparently. So what we're required to do is nullify all the emitters, but of course we can activate all the totems, collect items, and of course if our health goes down below 75%, then we would be in a bad spot. I'm not sure how that would... I don't know if I actually die. Oh, okay. Either way, let's just clear this area. Oh, it's just like this tiniest amount of creeper, of course. That's what's getting that cannon. This area. Put some AC on that flip breeder. Apparently we're losing that area. That's okay, it's just the towers. So as you would think, it's probably very difficult to not have any units be destroyed here. You would have to be very careful. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about that. Let's just mortar this up. Not bad at all. Okay, oh, there's some breeder there. That'll be nice to just take out. Creeper won't be able to use that anymore. Let's clear out the rest of this area so we can get some more cannons in place. Of course, the command node did get an urn portal that had 6 urns in it, so it should be more than ready to defend any perimeter that it sets up, so long as I help it make that perimeter. Alright. Let's get this mortar going again. Alright, so cannon, mortar, and sprayer upgrade. Not bad at all. Yeah, okay, so could try and get this contained just temporarily. In fact, that should be enough. Just suppress this emitter for a little bit. Alright, well, that's fine. Cannons built now. Yeah, those are always being pre-built, but there's a fog of war. I suppose a fog of inhibition at this point. So we can very much clearly see what's in front of us, right? So we can just clear out this creeper. Unfortunately, we have to wait for it to make the beacons. Otherwise, we can't really do anything here. Of course, we're not affected by this, but... well, the unit structures are definitely affected by the Dark Tower still. Imagine we're just like a floating rift lab. It's very tiny. Or just not visible. Clear this area for ourselves. That pit of doom out of here. Alright, so we're about roughly a third of the way done with the map, but still very much, or there's still a lot to do. Of course, that map opens up here a bit more. No more walls impeding our line of sight for either the weapons or just myself in general. Can't tell. Don't think there is any reader terrain there. So just gotta wait for the weapons to be built. Just do a sweep motion, left to right, right to left. Just a bit of micromanagement along with just, well, shooting the creeper. Could probably mortar at this point as well, because the cannons are up. Some inefficient use of the mortar, but it's fine. Going for just clearing the close vicinity of the creeper at this point. Of course, we probably want a cannon over here as well. Somewhere around here, probably. There it is. Speaking of which... there's another cannon, okay. There's a lot of trying to cover for this. Combo the anti-creeper you get with your mortar shots. Enable some protection. Right, so let's get to that info cache for me. Upgrade should help us a lot more in trying to advance. The info caches could also be used as keys, technically speaking. but I don't think it is a feature in this map. I know Qople's maps also, I think his last two maps have a key for the info cache, where you have to collect a certain amount and then you can advance to the final part, if you choose to. Of course, I go for the do everything achievement, or at least everything that I can. Yeah, that's a shiny little green art crystal. I actually want a cannon here. Let's see if there's any here. Yes, okay. Sure, let's see if we can get a cannon up. Of course, there's also contaminant there, so we know that there's nothing going to be built there. We got some cannons along this edge now. Just get rid of all this creeper. Yeah, just pretty much minimizing all this. The stash just went off, so we should probably get rid of most of that creeper now. Annoy them a little bit more here as well. We do have a cannon there, but no connection. So that stash will be denied for now. Let's get to this emitter now. Should be our priority. Get that cannon going. Let's see where this nullifier is. I don't see it yet, but then again, we weren't clearing that area well enough. Okay, that should help. Stash will go off soon again. And there's the nullifier. Let's just contain that then. Losing a tower maybe. Oh, that cannon is also getting damaged, okay. Waiting for this cannon to finish. Does the stash didn't go off? No. Just do some fire upon that. We don't have to deal with any of it. I'm not sure what we lost there. Was it a tower? Oh yeah, we definitely want that totem up after we get that. Alright, so that emitter's capped now. And let's see, okay. Try and... Ooh, let's not lose that, please. Get that totem up. That way it's permanently up. If you want, we can turn it off later. Probably. I haven't actually tried turning that off. No reason to, but it might be useful to get AC across faster. Something blew up. Just more towers, I guess. It's hard to tell what's more effective, really, because the cannon shoots so much faster than the mortar. Obviously, you know, mortars are good for deep amounts of creeper, but cannon does shoot faster and typically is able to handle the smaller things. With a DPS increasing, it's probably stronger as well, you know. Probably start shooting mortars out of that cannon, you know. Alright, either way, let's just get this out of here. Stash should be going down here. Just a second. So with that totem, we can make this connection happen. Just make sure to get in range of that info cache. Cannon should stay up now. Remember, our cannon and mortar have been upgraded. Mortar is still significantly more DPS than the cannon. So maybe it's better to use that at this stage. Not the right choice. It's just a lot of paper now. I guess we should get to that second totem then. Just live with the fact that we can't really push up until we get to that totem. Or at least we can push up, but it's gonna be slow until we get to the totem. So that also will give us access to another info cache. Well, we're gonna have to probably cap that emitter as well. Nice. Cannon and a mortar. Another little terrain advantage there. Oh, something that was being built. Oh, the cannon. Okay. Let's use the cannon for now. Let's see. Explosions. Nuts. Oh, I see. There's probably a breeder turret over there, so it's... No, somewhere around here. Roughly around here. Probably on that edge right there. We'll get to it eventually. Let's make this connection happen. Alright, well, that just was destroyed without making a sound, apparently. Liftic is going into the totem. Shield's protecting that now. Yeah, I just like using the cannon more, I guess. Clear up the rest of this. Wonderful, wonderful. Got the info cache pretty much. Just get the AC there just so we can secure it. Don't want to be here forever. Alright, water has been upgraded again. Really wants us to use it, huh? Of course. Alright, so that's where the nullifier is. I have to protect it somehow. Those cannons. Alright, those cannons have finished. Need that third cannon, apparently. Fortunate for that tower. And nullifier's being fed energy. And that emitter is now capped. I think all these explosions would be bad, but we're not the ones controlling the command node. No reason to get mad. If 0.01 amount of creeper gets your mortar when it's 39 out of 40. Those are the worst moments. Should have just protected if I can, I guess. cash move. My cannon and more have been upgraded. Alright. That's very nice. Alright, and now that flipped terrain is now ours. Probably get to that third totem now. Alright, just another screenshot. Let's see. Alright, so mortar away. It's being fed liftic actually. It's very good. Oh, that's our next rift portal as well. Just how the packets, or why the rift levels need to move. So it just supports itself with rift portals instead. Is there one back here? No. There's one over there. Okay. Of course, it's just a very satisfying way of just viewing the battlefield while actually actively participating and not having to build. There's a nullifier over here. Yeah, okay. Alright, should be good now. Probably have another unit over here that we aren't building. Let's try and get this stash out of here. And when it explodes, we mortar it. And it's gone. 3 mortar shots. Or at least our mortar. And it's gone. Let's clear the path now. Let's see what we can do with these totems. Oops. Okay. Of course, we still need to help out our AI friend. Some of the totems have been turned off for the sake of the AC. Maybe that will help, maybe not. We'll see at the end of this. It's probably, well actually, I guess it could be argued either way. If I turn off the totems, it's more surface area the AC has to cover, which makes it have less height overall. On average, I suppose. But then again, I guess there's also no intrusions or protrusions blocking as obstacles, or at least the shields are no longer obstacles for the anti-creeper. So now the anti-creeper can flow more freely. And since there's no more obstructions, then could do a lot more. At least get to the front faster. So right now we don't have AC in some parts of this. So we're just trying to find where these buildings are at. Alright, there's a mortar. Okay, there's another mortar. There's a cannon though. Alright, okay, it's progress. Here, so let's go ahead and get it. Some towers go down in the process, but that's worthy sacrifice for upgraded weaponry. Cannon mortar once more. Oh, also the totem's now connected. That's always good to see. Just need to protect the tower a little bit. Kind of curious what a Serath style FPS map would look like now, actually. I don't know, I think he'll just stick to his style. It'll be an interesting thing to see an integration of both. Collaborations always bring out even more unique products, to be honest. I mean, this is a collaboration amongst 3 people, so you can see how well done it is. And it's very, very nice to play. It's very enjoyable. You can watch your weaponry pretty much have an effect on the tide of battle. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Because, you know, creeper's the tide. Of course, we're going to the final area now. Has 4 emitters and a stash. But we are gaining more ground. Okay, let's get mortar out here. Just decimate most of this. Rest of the creeper there. It's a bit unfortunate, but it wasn't even beginning to be built. Or at least the silhouette was there, but there was no packets that have arrived yet. Man, it's a lot of creeper that we gotta deal with, huh? Yeah, we deal with that as well. Okay, should make it easier. We don't have to deal with that stash's output now. At least not too much of it. Okay, yeah, we had a lot of progress there. Still a lot of creeper to go, though. Use this slow ground to our advantage. Okay, there goes a stash again. Make sure to get most of it this time. Okay. Should deny that payload. Oops, I'm aiming a bit too high there. Oh, keep going, keep going. I've got you. Cannon, mortar, and sprayer upgrade. Nice. Sprayer's at 10x. Mortar's at 9.5, and cannon was 6.5, I believe. Got all the items, so that'll be our final upgrade. Just get some AC around here. Now we got a pretty much rapid firing mortar. Or I guess it would be more like a rapid firing Bertha at this point. The amount of creeper we can get rid of at a time. I appreciate that being built faster. Stash still went off. Let's get to this tower, or totem. I guess both would have applied there. Alright, so that's our final rift portal, I'd imagine. That cat's having some struggle. But that is the totem objective done. Of course, it's not too difficult to get all the objectives on this map. Well, that's not to say you can challenge yourself as well. For the purposes of this video, I just want to showcase the FPS genre. And if you want and are interested in the genre, you can of course check it out. Either by looking qople or Auri. Or just searching FPS. I'll get the majority of the maps. Especially the ones with the most progress in the genre. And of course it may seem a bit odd, considering Creeper World 4 is more of a tower defense RTS game. Combo, but, you know, there is a lot of innovation to be done with the 4 RPL. Okay. Just getting that creeper over there. Just do a sweep again. Okay, so there's some breeder tree by that emitter as well. Just get the sprayer to clear this area. Just deny more of this. That should be it for this one. Just make sure there's a bunch on the sprayer. Of course, I have AC flat in here. If you could imagine, it's probably more likely that gets in the way. But I could show how it looks. Oh, actually, it's not that bad. I imagine it's worse when it's a lot higher AC. And again, it's, yeah. Oh, okay, was a bit muted there. Of course, we've come to the end of the video, so if you've made it this far, thank you for watching all the way through. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. And I'll be seeing you in the next part. Farewell for now.